This is on trail day number 165. It's Monday, October the 11th. I camped out here by this little stream. It's got a real nice little cascade there. I've got everything packed up, about to take the tent down. Had a lot of condensation here last night. Not inside the tent like on my stuff, but the whole inside wall of the tent. The outside was wet, all the water and moisture dripping off the trees, which I expected here by this creek. It'd be more moist and cool, but I'm gonna get the tent taken down, pack it up. Did 12 miles yesterday. The goal is to do 12.8 miles to get to Mountain Harbor Hostel. They allow tinning, and then they have the infamous breakfast. But it says on their the thing in the gut hooks that the breakfast is seasonal, or when available. So probably going to call them first and see if they're doing the breakfast tomorrow, and if not, I might skip it. I don't know yet. A shower would be nice, so. But that's the plan, do another 12 miles a day. It's 9:15, so this should be doable. So yeah, I'm about to get started and see what there is to see along the AT today. So the trail so far, we haven't gone very far from the campsite, just kind of following this stream. There's supposed to be a footbridge up here. The campsite's on each side of it. That's where I planned to go last night, but when I saw that spot back there, I was like, well, this one can't be no worse than what's up front, so I just stopped there. 0.1 miles short. I didn't have any self-service, but it's like that sometimes. Concrete and drainage pipe, huh? I can't spot there. There's the footbridge. I guess I could have a camp spot over there. There's a fire pit. Yeah, I'm happy with where I was at. Wouldn't matter now, right? And the funny thing is I didn't need any water. I had enough from where I stopped yesterday and got water and had early dinner. And I'm still leaving this morning with a quart of water. But there's plenty of water sources for like the next 8 miles. Waterfalls. So I didn't pack out a lot of water. It's nice to have an abundance of water. I saw 2 hikers going northbound this morning. Some early risers. I would say early risers, they could have been camped there at the bridge, I don't know. Springer Mountain, 407 miles. That seems like a long way, but it doesn't seem like a long way. Supposed to have a bench and a view spot here. And not a bad view. I come out to this, I think it's a Forest Service road. I was just looking at because I can't remember. So about a mile and a half from the Mountaineer Falls shelter. I'm gonna stop there, maybe have something to eat, and then move on. It's a triple decker, it says. I've seen double deckers, but that'll be the first triple. If I've seen a triple, there's been so many shelters I've lost track. I don't think so. The terrain's been pretty good today. Enough uphill to start sweating buckets and then flatten out. I think from the elevation profile it's supposed to be mostly downhill from here to the shelter. Have a lot of downhill today, which is nice. But I can kind of feel it. I didn't eat anything this morning, so I need some energy, I guess. So I made it to the Mountaineer shelter or Mountaineering, I can't remember. It's down this little side trail. And then there's a sign on the tree there that says tenting. A big old spot. There's a bunch of down trees and trees they've cut. Normally I would skip the I don't think it's very far, but I want to see this triple decker. Oh yeah, there it is. I'll be there in a second. So it's the Mountaineer Falls shelter. 1, 2, and then a small space up there. Well, that's kind of cool. It even has a resident bear. So I believe this is going to be Mountaineer Falls. The top of the waterfall is the water source. There's a shelter back there. Well, just a little while ago, right up there getting water. That could have been a bad day. It's stuck straight in the ground. Wouldn't have wanted to have been standing there the day that fell. So it's been pretty much a steady downhill since the shelter going south. But I know we got like 2,000 feet of climbing left, so we got uphill coming. I think we're going to cross through the barbed wire fence. It starts going uphill shortly after that. We'll enjoy the flattish and downhill while we got it. So I guess maybe this is a trail that leads to Splash Dam Falls. I saw 2 day hikers coming out of here as I was coming down the trail. I could really hear the falls a little while ago, but couldn't see them. I can hear them now, but they sound, it might be a half mile back to it, I don't know. So I'll keep on going. Got about another mile to that fence, and then we start going uphill. It's been pretty good so far. I got this nice little stream side view. I'm not sure if the trail's going to twist around by it anywhere or go off up the mountain. On the bigger ones, I wouldn't quite call it a river, so bigger streams I've seen since I've been back on the trail. This is a decent little campsite and fire ring. Some fairly level grassy spots and right on the riverbank. Not bad. Not that I had a bad one last night, but it always seems like you find the really good ones like this when it's not camping time yet. We should be coming up on that barbed wire fence shortly. I may stop there and take a short break, cool off a little before I start climbing up. And then once we get to the top of the climb, I think it's mostly downhill to 19E, but it never goes mostly downhill, it seems. So I had to stop and take my pack off. It looks like you could fit through it, and I guess if I'd have tried hard enough, been willing to scratch the mesh on the back, possibly put a hole in my tent. I don't come across those kind very often, so far the uphill has been kind of gentle. And I'm sure that's going to change. It always does. I made it this little side trail here down the Jones Falls. I can hear it. Sounds like it's off down there somewhere. I won't be going to that one because I don't know exactly how far. And I still got a lot of uphill to do. I swear I could take a month and just hike Tennessee. I think I finally made it to the top. Not 100%. But it's been uphill. Just on and on and on. We're going to go downhill a little ways, and then another uphill, and then downhill to 19E. It's like 5-something miles away. There's another hostel 4-something miles that you walk to from the trail. It's like $20 bunks. But I'd rather put my tent up. It's still the ground sheet in the bottom of the tent had some water on it, so from where it rained it boots off. It's been a warm day today too. In spots where the trail was in the sun at least. It's like 5 minutes after 4. I get there a little later than I hoped, but I wasn't planning on getting all sluggish as molasses in the wintertime after lunch either. I have to stick to rice or pasta at lunchtime, save the mashed potatoes for dinner. I've come to think of it, I usually do sleep pretty good nights I eat mashed potatoes. So we went from an older forest to a newer forest. It's got a whole bunch of small, like 10-year-old or less trees. And now we're coming into a evergreen forest. Looks like a lot of them are dead. Evergreen forests are always nice. The trail's soft. Looks like it's short-lived. I got like 3.5 more miles to go. And it's 4:45. It's only 800 foot of ascent, so for the most part it should be pretty good. That'd be nice, because right now I think I could wring my shorts out. I'm starting to feel a little better. Maybe it was just in the heat of the day, I don't know. There's water. And here's the trail. This is Isaac's. It was ISAACS or something like that. Cemetery. Looks to be well maintained, unlike a lot of the ones you see on the AT. It looks more like a modern cemetery. There was a road where you could drive up to it. 2.9 miles from Highway 19E. And man, my legs are tired. I guess after yesterday and today. May have stood there too long. There's a little breeze blowing. Started to get cold and stiff. That's the thing with sweating like that. Even on a hot day. My watch says it's 70, which isn't too hot now. But you get a breeze going, you can freeze quick. Well, we're going to get up this hill, and then it should be Cruiseville, but I doubt it. Just climbed up that. It goes down, around, and then down, and around, and down. It looks like we may have a view as a reward. Man. Or at least a little bit of one. Let you know when we get there. Oh yeah, I got a little something to look at. I'll take it. Looks like we get to go downhill now. Awesome. So I was up there a while ago. You get a little bit of a view down across through the valley. Tennessee doesn't have a lot of views so far. Or this could be North Carolina, I don't know, we're kind of weaving in and out. The sign was supposed to be somewhere about Tennessee, North Carolina. It'll be the last time if you're going north. But he put a log there, I guess, to sit. I don't know. It's supposed to be the last time if you're going northbound. You'd be leaving North Carolina for good. You'd be officially in Tennessee. I have not seen it, but I haven't been looking that hard either. But maybe we'll see it. I don't think it was too far from 19, so we may not have got there yet. Here's the same view, just from lower. We were up there just on the other side of that tree a while ago, and then we went all the way down there and around all the way to here. And there's a four-wheeler trail or something, it appears. It comes right down to the AT. Yeah. So I could have just took 2 minutes to walk down there. Oh well. At least we get some pretty views though, for a change. So I looked in Gut Hooks, the North Carolina sign's not till tomorrow. And out of, from 19E to climb up, oh, it's about 2,500 foot climb. This will be the first time over 5,000 feet on this section hike. And then like the next day or so will be Roan Mountain, over 6,000 feet. So we got some climbing in the days ahead. AT turns off here. That probably runs back into it. Looks like we're going to descend into the valley. There's some kind of ruins down there. An old brick building over there, and something made out of brick there. Just got a tree growing on the roof of it. I don't know if it's like a foundation, or like a home or something from the 50s or 60s, I guess, with that type of cinder block. I don't know. Whatever it was, the forest is taking it back now. know if this used to be like a fence ramp for the AT a long time ago or what. Kind of creepy. Got a, looks like probably a squirrel, maybe a bunny rabbit skull on the post. Oh. I'm about a mile and a half from 19. And it's 5:55. It's like 200 foot of ascent. So it should be pretty nice. But we'll see. They may throw that 200 foot in all at one time. But we will make it today, and we'll make it before dark. I was thinking that I made it faster, but I don't know, I just got so sluggish earlier. It was weird, wasn't getting tired, wasn't giving out. My feet and legs weren't hurting. I just didn't have the energy. I don't know if it's because it was the hotter part of the day. I'm probably a little dehydrated, and it seems to be a continual thing. It's like you can't drink enough. But we'll get there. That's all that matters. Get a nice shower. Get to wash the salt and dirt off. And hopefully get a good breakfast. Got a little view here. Come down that way. Kind of going through this field. I can hear cars, so the highway is not too far away. Probably about a mile or a touch over. I take back all the climbing I had to do this morning, because as of lately I think the downhill would have been worse to climb up. But I always say that. So I can hear the cars on the highway louder. I just checked, I got hooks that says we're 0.7 miles from 19E. I have no cell service. I had good enough service at the cemetery to send out a text, but not call. So, but I would say they have availability. Especially for a tent site. There's another hostel, a new one, back behind us. Probably up around the field with a view, if I had to guess. They said there was a sign on the trail. I didn't see a sign. Maybe they closed for the year. They just opened this year. May not have had enough business, I don't know. It's probably just as well, because then if I'd had service, I'd been thinking about stopping. And it's better to go on a mile or two. A mile or two I don't have to do later. We'll be done shortly, so I guess unless something exciting happens in the next half mile, that's it for today. Other than the sluggish part, it was a pretty good day. Crossing over this bridge here on the creek. I see jugs and all kind of garbage up through there. More down through there, car tires. We are close to the highway. I think it is right up there somewhere. Some more trash up there, looks like a camp spot. I've seen a comment in Go Hooks that meth heads around here pour their chemicals in the water because they don't like hikers. And I was like, well, they may pour their chemicals in the water. I would believe that. I don't think it has anything to do with hikers. Well, anyway, we are almost to the highway. And then it's just a right-hand turn. And the hostel will be up there on the right. I'm almost there.